Hello and welcome to Talking with Famous People. My name's host Eric. This is Rachel. You can't live stream right now. Obviously, you can't live stream right now. So I don't know what you think you're doing live streaming right now. Because it's pretty obvious to all of us. Fucking physical objects. Physical objects. I just had enough of them. It's pretty obvious you can't live stream right now if Peter didn't teach you. Wouldn't you agree?
Hambo, we got some OGs here.
Hi, Hambone. Listen, what we're going to do right now is we're going to have a meeting about whether we can live stream later. Because we can't live stream right now. Unless you have good TI excuse, then I'm in. Okay, good. I don't have any good TI excuses. All I know is I'm not sure if I can live stream right now, but you definitely can't live stream right now. So if you're here, you're breaking some rules.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. If I'm here, I'm probably breaking rules. Rachel, I'm not sure about. I'm not sure if she's breaking rules or not.
I always seem to be when I don't even know I am. So
Probably
that's
she is.
Good chance I am.
And one of the core messages of Talking with Famous People is never, ever, ever, ever break the rules, no matter what.
Don't we all know that? We should all know that by now.
There's nothing more important than the rules. If you don't constantly love the rules with all of your love, is something wrong with you? Live chat. You can't live stream now. I'm naked.
Is that part of the rules?
I believe it is. Neither Rachel nor I is currently naked. So that is not why you can't live stream right now. Chris Chapin is naked. So that may be why he can't live stream right now. You got a couple new squirrels for your internet box. That's excellent.
That's really great because they will get into that and probably ruin that. So you won't be able to live stream.
No, I think what he's saying is that the old squirrels who were running his internet had died. He had to replace them.
Oh, new fam?
Yeah, he's got a new family of squirrels. The thing is, you have to give them nuts, Peter didn't teach you, or else they die. He doesn't know the first thing about raising squirrels.
I mean, you tell him.
Yeah, I will. Okay, so I just got back from a family meeting with Delilah and my dad, which it's funny because it's like Delilah and I are both like the same. We're the kids and Dad's the dad, you know. It's like, you know, she gets in trouble. She looks at me, I'm like, don't look at me. I'm not the one who got in trouble. You got in trouble. Oh, it's hilarious.
It is.
But yeah, I really love Delilah. It's always nice to see her. I feel this great affection for her when I see her. And I feel like, oh, I need to see you more often. I don't really normally think that. Normally I think, yeah, I got my own shit going on. She's also the same way. She's like, man, I got my own shit going on. It's that bipolar thing. She knows that, you know, her relationship with me is very important. She loves me a lot. And I know the same thing about her. And one of the things that is always nice about it is we are very, what's the word? We're on the same page about responsibilities by FI. You know, we don't like the idea of FI responsibilities of like, I have to do this or else I'm going to have to be made to feel guilty for not fulfilling this responsibility. She was bitching about Candace and what's her name? Katie. Katie, you met Katie.
Yes, I did.
Yes, up in Sierra Madre. Interestingly.
Yes.
Rachel met Katie because we were having dinner up in Sierra Madre, and my ex-wife's sister Katie with her child walked by, and I guess she had that child in some, what was she doing, like ballet class? Or?
Yeah. There was dance class. They having a recital.
They had dance class up there. Anyhow, I guess they were guilting. They were playing Guilt's a Lot Bear on Delilah regarding Candace's mom, Diana, had knee surgery yesterday, and Delilah, they kept pushing back the time of the surgery, and Delilah was trying to do various things. She did want to go, she wanted to fulfill her FE duty to go visit Diana in the hospital, but, because of the way that the schedule went in the hospital, they kept pushing it back, and then they were like, well, you can go visit her, or you can go hang out with Danny if that's what you want to do. They're pulling that shit, that kind of guilty shit. I told Delilah, like, you just tell him stop being such cunny warbuckles, and you've had enough of that shit. There's no reason for that.
There's no reason. There's some.
That's just SFJ, STJ combo punch. Katie's STJ, probably ESTJ. Candace is ESFJ. There's not a shred of NI between the two of them.
Oh, forget it. You're going to get it from them.
Yeah, and Delilah's ESTP, who's a lot more like me than she is like an ESTJ or an ESFJ, which is to say she forgot about the meeting she had with me and my dad today. We had to call her, and she showed up like 20 minutes late. Oh, no. I'm so sorry. With lots of FE, lots of FE to sweep the path. My dad is kind of used to that from raising me. I'm a lot better about it now, but I used to be just like Delilah. And so, he's pretty chill about the whole thing.
That's good.
What else do we want to live stream about today? Does anybody have any questions, comments, concerns, complaints, queries, or other quo words that you'd like to voice?
Questions?
Questions would be an option.
I love you so much.
Do you know who my precious, perfect angel of infinite delights is? It's Rachel. It's Rachel Lapalosa. My dad has been talking to me a bit lately also about Rachel and like what our deal is basically. He was kind of tripping out at breakfast. He's like, well, I guess you got what you wanted. I was like, actually I did. And it's kind of insane that worked. It really shouldn't have worked. Like, it doesn't make any sense. What's the ideal friend for a male ENFP? Gonna manifest this shit.
I like that. Hello there.
The ideal friend for a male ENFP. I'd say a male ENTJ, assuming that male ENFP is not homosexual.
That could be a really fun time. An ENFP and an ENTJ, another male. You guys will go out in the town, that's for sure. Gonna live the high life. I like that.
What's the most lazy function externally? Extroverted fuck around. When I'm attending by extroverted fuck around, I'm just really not getting anything accomplished at all. Followed by introverted sleeping.
Oh, nice.
Introverted sleeping is also a really lazy function, but not so externally so lazy. So I have to answer that question for Celeste with extroverted fuck around. If Hambone attacks you, you would appreciate a presidential pardon. You mean you want me to pardon Hambone for attacking you?
What's going on in here? You guys got beef?
Want a Sprite cranberry? That makes Sprite seem like a verb, right?
Yeah. Sprite cranberry.
Hi, Brittany.
Hey.
Got him.
Bruce Wayne, I'm sure you're the ideal friend. Except for when you don't want to friend anymore. Because INTJs do not like to friend too much.
Male ENTJ. Is there a typical duel that are ENFP and ENTJ, or is that yet to be a comic?
That could be a comic.
I think it's a good idea.
Yeah.
Look, I mean, the thing is, there'd be collaboration on the TE shit. The ENTJ would sort of inherently validate the successes of the third slot TE of the ENFP, and similarly, the ENFP would provide a certain amount of equivalent validation in the 2-4 with the FI.
Yeah.
So it's like they're not really going to provide FI like they're seeking per se. But there's still plenty of FI to satisfy the ENTJ.
Yeah, I think the friendship wise, especially between two males, can be very good actually. I don't plan enough to be an INTJ. Oh, Bruce Wayne, this is truth coming out, huh?
Lobster hierarchy. Jordan Peterson.
Stop.
I don't get that.
Does he talk a lot about lobsters? Maybe since he's gotten sober, that's what his craving is now. Lobsters and hierarchy.
Now that I quit benzos, I'm mostly just into eating lobster.
And hierarchies, as always.
This is really serious. This is important. Listen.
Yeah, you sound just like him. I wonder if he gets since he made the big 5, right?
He didn't make it.
Oh.
He just is he's a proponent of it. Lobster Peter Claw. I like that. That's the lobster version of Jordan Peterson. Lobster Peter Claw.
Oh.
I'm serious here. That's nothing nothing to shake a stick at. The electric company. Our desires are older than trees. I want you to know. Dorjan Son Peter.
Is that an actual quote?
No.
Okay, good. Because I'm like,
Dorjan Son Peter is not a real person.
I know that.
That's nothing to shake my dick at. Oh, that's nothing to shake my dick at. Yeah, that matters. That's something.
Oh my gosh. Now, I find the fact that he is on YouTube, does he still teach?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Not in any conventional sense, anyway.
Okay.
I know he was hired to do like this ad for this conservative university or something, and I don't know if he's teaching there or not. But
how come they don't ask you?
Well, I don't have millions of cult-like followers.
Yeah, it's cult-like.
He even talks about it with a certain amount of glee. Like, I realized I could tell my followers to and they do it. And it's like, that's not a good thing.
No, I remember like watching something a YouTube of his, and actually thinking to myself, I would be very afraid to ask a question in his class, because I think if he thought that I wasn't following what he would say, what he was saying, that he would take it as a complete insult.
Well, hey Eric, do you know of Destiny? I've heard a lot of people talk about him. He's a Twitch streamer who debates a lot. Well, if he wants to actually see if he's any good, he should debate me.
Yeah.
If he actually is good, then that'd be interesting to see. It'd be interesting to see also if he's not actually very good.
Destiny is ESTJ.
I don't know who he is, but that might tank the proposed strategy for the presidential run. Oh. ATHENEWINS is ENTP. The knee wins. What up, other Rachel?
Yo.
Threaders. What's threaders? I would like to debate that Destiny guy. I've heard a lot of people reference him. He must be very big. If you were willing to debate me, I'd be happy to debate him. Sure it would do my channel some good. Maybe somebody can set that up. I probably won't.
Idea.
But if you do set it up, you could go ahead and schedule it and everything. I'll move shit in my schedule to make room for it. All you gotta do is pick pick an affirmation. I can either negate or affirm. Basically, any unskewed resolution, I'll take either side. Doesn't matter.
That'd be fun. No. Peter Petties, no.
How many lows could Rob Lowe rob if Rob Lowe could rob lows? It's a good question.
You should ask him.
It's a very good question. I mean, here's the thing. If he really positions himself as a badass debater or something, or thinks himself among the best or whatever, then all that ought need to be really conveyed to him is that this guy is where you find out if you're any good. You know, if he wants to actually find out if he's good, if he actually wants to establish that he is good, he'll need to debate me. That's it.
I can look into him.
Sure, if you feel like it.
You know me.
How many hawks can Stephen Hawking hawk if Stephen Hawking was a hawk? No, if Stephen Hawking could hawk hawks is the correct finished conclusion to that, obviously.
But I like the attempt. That was okay. Good
How
attempt.
many Hawkings would Stephen Hawks? How many Hawkings would Stephen Hawking's hawk if Stephen Hawking's could hawk Hawkings? But the best one of all is definitely how many lows could Rob Lowe rob if Rob Lowe could rob lows? That's just
It really is so great because Rob Lowe takes himself so seriously too.
Does he?
Yes, way too seriously.
Brittany, cheddar goldfish. Not a bad
Cheers.
second choice to the
Agreed.
Cheeto. The crunchy Cheeto being perhaps the king of your cheese-flavored snack. Depending on the proximity and density of the lows, and factoring in the time of day that he starts, and given adequate resources, Rob Lowe could rob 3 lows in a row before being gunned down. Well said. Well said, Hambone. Well said, indeed.
Well said.
What are some topics you have in mind? I don't really have any topics in mind. Let's see. I was going to talk some about topics. But I want to remind everybody, you can't live stream right now. How many ENTPs can an ENTP type if an ENTP typed ENTPs? As many ENTPs as there were to be typed. That's how many he could type. My beard is getting so long, I'm starting to be able to do this, which is kind of nice.
Wow, that's the wise man look.
But I'm going to get it cut soon. It's just too much. It's too much beard. It's too much beard. Top pick topics go. All right, well, somebody throw out a topic. Topic number 1.
Puffy.
Go.
Puffy versus crunchy Cheetos.
Crunchy, obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously crunchy. Puffy ones are shit.
Yeah, I agree.
Puffy Cheetos aren't even Cheetos. They're some other thing. They're Chiefs Puffs.
Yeah, that's right. But they do have Cheetos.
I know when they call them that, they're lying. When they call them that, it's a lie. It's like calling, they're just basically saying this is Florida's natural brand, unnatural juice not from Florida. It's inherently oxymoronic. What is wisdom in relation to love? Now that's a good question. Ooh, that's
a good question.
That's a big question too. It seems to run somewhat afoul of ambition, frankly. To answer
That's interesting.
in part.
Can you elaborate?
Well, yeah. What I mean by that is there's something so satisfying about being with somebody that you truly are the right person for you, that you truly love, and whatever that word means. That you're just not as ontologically hungry for other things, which is a good thing for me in terms of the relationship between wisdom and love, because it is wise for me to limit my ambitions to those things that I feel I have to do as a moral agent, more so than to fill a hole of stimulus. All right, so we're all in agreement. Jake Hurwitz notes puffy ones get all under your gums. It's gross. Other Rachel notes fuck the puffs. I think we can make an official TWFP official stance on this. Good. Puffy ones, bad. Okay.
Yeah, I knew you guys were my crew.
5 temperaments theory: choleric, melancholic, phlegmatic, sanguine, sabine. Does integrating type theory how? So, I'm going to pull a CS Joseph and talk about my mentor for a stretch. I never really do talk about my mentor. My mentor was the guy who taught me how to teach. He taught me grammar and how to teach grammar in particular. And he taught me how to do classroom control and how to be TE effective, basically. The difference between NETI and being TE effective. So he was into this, 5 temperaments. He was into that. I never really learned much about it. So I couldn't tell you exactly how those types manifest, but he would, he's linked that to teaching and to the kids and stuff like that. I don't know what type he was. He might have been an STP, maybe an ISTP, but he may even have been an INFP. Brittany, I don't particularly especially remember that, but I take your word for it.
That's nice.
The thing is, I actually have mentored a fair number of people. Mostly students, kids, debaters. I feel very good about my current role as a mentor for the student I have, Jeffrey, and for his family in general. Because he's an ENTP and he is such a more effective and better thinker and speaker and everything, human being, than he was a year ago because of debate. Now, when he talks about things and thinks about things, he thinks about them with a TI discipline that he lacked prior. And he also has woken up his NI, which prior had been entirely ignoring. You have to master NI to be effective in debate because you have to collapse the round down into voters. So you say to the judge, what this round boils down to is the fact that he doesn't validate under either framework. I've won the framework debate, but it doesn't matter. Why doesn't it matter? Because no matter what we measure his impacts under, they don't validate under either framework, which means he has no impacts in this round. And you must vote for me. It's like that kind of NI shit, determining what's determinant in the round, which arguments are actually the best ones to make, which ones actually comprise the voters. Rachel's really happy with this weed.
It's sticking to my fingers.
It makes me happy to see Rachel happy.
You always make me happy.
Thank you, baby. You always make me happy too. But look at this bad boy. We've already smoked.
A badass boy.
we've already smoked off of it quite a bit. But this is just
sticky,
so good and sticky and true and just and fine and special. Delicious.
It really is. Good shit.
Supination is the 180 degrees of pronation. That's helpful. What's pronation? Being prone is flat, right?
Pronation.
So supine must be like in a triangle shape.
You should, Hambone. I'm sure you will still get plenty his eye.
Is it a boy because you could stick it in a vagina? What do you want to shove in your ass, Hambone?
I think the nug.
As far as cooking things with weed in it, I mean, to me, it seems like those are things that should be kept separate by and large. Why waste perfectly good smokable weed cooking with it? And why mess up perfectly good, delicious food by making it taste like weed? See what I'm saying?
I've baked with weed oil before.
I have to. I'm not a big fan of edibles, I guess.
Well, I only did it because it was an option for not smoking up the house. You know, you're gonna be crafty, but like I like making it as a special treat. You know.
Yeah.
Magic brownies or magic cookies. Kind of fun to have at a party.
Yeah, I gotta find the poker.
Oh yeah.
Wer hat my little poker gone?
Thanks, Peter Dentis, for saying that. That was good, and the nug.
It's Dentici, Rachel.
Dentici, I'm sorry. How can I was getting it from
You're
you.
Italian. You're Italian,
I know.
too.
I'm sorry.
God, anybody should be able to speak Italian. You're Italian.
I know. People tell me that all the time. You don't know any Italian?
He knows how to say Mamma
I know.
Mia.
And Bafangul.
Bafangul.
Yeah, that was the one that was used a lot, but I was not allowed to repeat that.
You know who says that is Jimmy B in his speech. What does it mean?
It's like, oh fuck. I kind of fuck you.
Yeah, he says that to the guy holding the cue card saying 30 seconds.
There you go. That makes a lot of sense.
Bafangul. Like I care about this guy holding a cue card saying 30 seconds. I got tumors all over my body.
That's
what he said.
Wow.
I never knew what he said until I heard you say it right there. I was like, oh, that's that word that he said in that speech. And I couldn't figure out what it was. We just cut it out of the speech. I didn't know what it was.
Yep, that's better that you did. Although it is kind of funny with it too. Direct of cannabis tincture an hour before a meal is way better than putting weed in the food. That's what is that? Oh, a dose.
Well, we have this syrup that we got. You can't stream right now, Dolan. I mean, for food with DMT. That's ridiculous. Zach Hooper. You've only done DMT at birth.
I make food with DMT. It's out of this world. So I saw this YouTube where what's his name? Joe Rogan was doing DMT, and he saw the Joker. He saw like the Joker all over the place, like giving him the finger, and he like thought of it as a metaphor, like don't take life too seriously. But I will say he also did not endorse DMT, so I liked that a lot.
He said he didn't recommend it.
He didn't endorse it. He said either way. He pretty much was saying, like, I had this experience. It tripped me out. You can decide for yourself if you want to participate. But he wasn't like, you know, this was great. It was a great experience. It was kind of freaked him out.
I went through I went through a phase where I ate a lot of weed. Thank you, hello there, for noting about the I'm Rich, I'm the Greatest, I'm the Best. It's actually called Whisper Shout. Appreciate it.
It's a great song.
And thank you, Brittany. I assume you're talking about Rappin' Eric. I'm Rappin' Eric.
He is.
Eric says Dentici. The second part sound like one in Japanese. The T is in the first syllable. Dentici. 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 Dentici.
Dentici.
That's, you have to have italics too. Okay, if it's
I mean,
italicized, all caps, that's whisper shouting.
Yeah.
Slander. It's 100,000 years. Wow. Hey, it's in writing, so it's libel. Hilarious. Hambone. Hilarious. Legal distinction. Hilarious.
Oh my god, I like.
Oh, look, Schopenhauer's here. Hey, Schopenhauer, how you been?
It's a good question. What is this all about? I'm not really sure.
You been philosophizing lately? You can't live stream right now, Arthur Schopenhauer. Didn't you see the title of this live stream? God, pay attention. You can't live stream right now. Okay, so Dentici.
Dentici.
Peter Dentici.
Peter Dentici. What's your middle name, Peter? Is it Italian as well? Is Peter an Italian name? But whatever. I want to know if your middle name is Italian.
Alighieri. His name's Peter Alighieri Dentici.
That's what I want to really know. Like,
you can't, Arthur Schopenhauer. You can take no part in this. You can't live stream right now. Okay? So don't tell me that you're not. We know you're not. You can't. It's not possible. So it's a category error. Okay? You should know that. You're Arthur Schopenhauer. Saying that you are taking no part in this is a category error, since it's not even possible for you to take part in this. It's like saying a duck's not an atheist. It's not possible for the duck to be an atheist, so it's a category error. You call yourself Arthur Schopenhauer.
That's
Gah! Gah!
That's fascinating, horse mumbler. I err on the side of prudishness when it comes to taking drugs. Because, yeah.
I do too these days.
I know myself, though. I guess that's, now that I've learned that I'm an INFJ, like highly sensitive person, so I react to drugs. It's a faux show.
So do I.
Mm-hmm.
I react to drugs with enthusiasm. Give me some drugs.
I don't care.
I actually have a very small amount of drugs that I do. I wouldn't mind doing mushrooms again if I were to come across them growing in a field saying, "Eat me, Eric, we're magical."
Stop. That would be pretty damn magical. It really would be. In a field?
Plump penis. You seem to be strangely fussy and semi-delighted about my name. You seem to be projecting odd adjectives onto me. You know, if what you call fussy, I call assertive and masculine. What you call semi-delighted, I call entirely delighted. So you got both of them wrong.
So I have to ask, what did your dad mean when he said that you got what you wanted?
I don't know.
Weird?
I don't know what he meant. Yeah, I was talking to my dad about my relationship. He said this morning at breakfast, "Well, looks like you got what you wanted." I don't know what he meant.
I mean, it's not a bad thing, right?
I think he was just saying, well, I mean, you seem to be happy with what you got.
Yeah.
And to him, it seems crazy, I think.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, well, to any sane person would seem crazy. It doesn't make a lot of TE sense.
No.
Right? It's not inherently a smart way to go about starting a relationship. Presumably, it would seem intuitively to be smarter and easier and make more sense to try to date multiple people and find one person who's right out of a set of people and yeah. But it just doesn't end up actually working out like that. And the reality is you got to dive headfirst into a relationship to give it a chance to work. If you're going to play hedging your bets, then you're never going to have any relationship work. That the currency or the engine of any healthy relationship is an actively choosing the other person ongoing basis. It's insufficient to just be like, conditionally in a relationship. It won't last. Both parties need to feel safe, at least not between metaphysical types like me and Rachel, where statuses are very important. The phenomenology of spirit. With these words I banish you, Shopi, back to the hole you crawled out of.
What?
It's fun.
It's fun.
That is
Black.
fun.
And what is snake jazz? Is that it? Like,
I don't know what snake jazz is. Oh, like that. Oh, I see. That was a good call. That's some good NI there. I would never piece that together.
Yeah.
So, okay. 5 pieces for orchestra number 3. I don't much like Schoenberg. Here's a question I have for everybody here in the live stream today. Even though you can't live stream right now, I'm going to ask it anyway. What do you think is the case? Does international law have the capacity to constrain nation states, or is law itself epiphenomenological with sovereignty? Epiphenomenological means that they're the same phenomenon with a different name. I learned this word a couple days ago when I was researching for the nuclear weapons topic for debate. This is why I always have all these random ideas that I seem to have, right? It's because I find them in my research for debate stuff. It's not like I'm that clever that I come up with all this shit all the time, And that's true for all ENTPs. The thing is, ENTPs pull from every different aspect of their SI and NI, their 4 and 5. Do you want some quintuplet swing drums? Quintuplet swing drums. What time signature would that be in? How do I turn a bad day into a good day?
Angantyr. So what is making it a bad day? And yes, this is good guidance, actually.
Let's answer Angantyr's question with the magic of the tarot. 4 for quintuplets. Sounds cool. Sounds rock and roll. Not really. Sounds kind of jazzy. Yeah. Okay. What is this? This is the frame. Sociable, chatty. Right now you're being sociable and chatty. That's the frame. You're already in the solution, that means.
Yeah, you're talking about it.
Talking about the solution. This is about the problem. Problem is sometimes you can get a little overly fiery, a little overly fun-oriented. Sometimes you got a little bit too much play in you. Now, here's the current state of affairs. You are arriving right now at the solution of this problem via this reading right here, okay?
Yeah, this is a good reading.
Now, let's see what the evolving present is, which is something like the solution, okay? Pia. Time to prioritize some shit, mister. Time to prioritize, okay? You got to pay some bills. You got to budget. You got to do some SI work. You got to attend to your shit. That'll make you feel better, basically.
It will, yeah.
And then the underview, or the foundation of all of this stuff, is Mia.
Aww. Think about old friends.
There's somebody maybe you need to spend a little time with, too. Get to know again. Get to know. To meet again for the first time, forever, always. Epiphenomenological, because the U.S. doesn't always follow necessarily international law. Well, but sometimes it does. So it makes it an interesting question. To the extent that it does, is it simply a concession of the sovereignty? I don't know. Think about it more. Here we go. This is the evolver. Looks like you're going to be getting somebody pregnant. Congratulations. After you reunite with this person, you get the fertility.
I mean, I didn't
Looks
say
like
it.
someone's going to impregnate somebody. What's up, 50
Hey,
Deluxe?
50 Deluxe.
ADD is a hobby.
And as a hobby, Netflix and chill. That's
One of
good.
my hobbies is having attention deficit disorder. Who decides on the law of the international? Not you or your grandparents. Some sort of consensus. Supposedly the same engine that decides law nationally. Who else said they wanted a poll? Hello there.
Yes.
Here's your frame. Hello there. Ooh. That's just the frame. Just the frame. Remember, not necessarily terrible things happening to you. Devastated, ruined. Something around you. Maybe you're suffering a lot too, or it may be a conversation topic even. What if the hi-hats and quintuplets and everything else is in septuplets? That just sounds like a bloody mess.
Yeah.
Hey, look here. So what's already established is there's a breakthrough somewhere in the mix here. Now remember, this is in the frame of disappointment, devastation, so probably that breakthrough was misleading in some regard. Let's see the current state of affairs. There's a romantic element to this. Maybe this devastation or whatever has to do with a certain special someone. Now, here's the emerging present. I would say, one of you is going to take on sort of the dominant, not the dominant role, but like the traditional roles, probably. You're looking at traditional gender roles. All right. And the foundation. So I suspect that some new emerging love interest or something like that, or good friend or whatever, will end up is in the process of ending up not panning out as you anticipated. Or it could be something else. Who knows? Altes Canto. Hello.
Hey, and hey, Winston's mom. It's good to see ya. That's a good, very specific comeback, Arthur. So your mom is my law. It's a good one. I'm gonna try and use that sometime.
Rachel, here you go.
Yay. Oh yeah, that one. I'm sorry.
Other Rachel. Celebration. Okay, that's the frame. It's party time, other Rachel.
Party time. Excellent.
You're a dynamo. You're riding on your horse. You got a stick in your hand. You're ready to beat some people in the ass.
Yeah, be like, hey, I'm here.
My name's Other Rachel, so fuck y'all. Middle one. This is the current present.
Oh.
This is inciting you some new ideas about how, when, and where to party.
Getting creative with things.
Let's see.
Oh,
it looks like you're going to be the star of this production of celebration called Your Life. And the underview. Now you're thinking, let me think more about how to party better.
Yeah, you might get in your FI a little bit because it's cups.
Looks like you got a fun Christmas break coming up.
Yeah, you do. With your friends.
Some Christmas cordials.
And you're going to be the star. It's not a bad read.
I'm picturing Other Rachel dancing atop the tabletops with a Christmas tree on her head, chugging eggnog.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. And you could wear, to be extra like fiery, you can wear like, lights all over you.
From a lumberjack's boot. She's drinking the eggnog from a lumberjack's boot.
Yeah.
From his manly boot.
Christmas lights to flash.
With Christmas lights.
Should she have some sort of like
she should have her
reindeer ears or
I'm thinking she have her hair done up as 2 Yule logs and a flame.
Yo, that's epic.
If she could pull that off, you'd really be a Christmas star.
Yeah. Yeet nog. I still don't remember what yeet means.
What yeet is throw? Yeet means throw in the most literal sense.
Thank you for solving that.
Logical conclusion of MBTI practitioner. Net Lud 1811. Stephen Ray. Statue of Liberty is infinite. I agree. Times infinity. Okay.
Statue of Liberty.
Everything is a statue. Everything is liberty. Forever, for always. Amen. Pow. Action,
Ooh.
speed, go. Everybody, quick. Go start doing stuff right now.
Yes, Angantyr, that is your message. It is supposed to be summer. I'm sure it is. And it sucks that it's raining a lot. But go out there and still do stuff. Don't let it get to you.
You know, yeet nog is a high-scoring word in Scrabble as well. It's another great thing about yeet nog. Yeet nog my Yule log. You yeet lovin' snog, as the old saying goes. Yeet nog my Yule log.
What's Nick just played at my funeral? Oh my gosh.
All right. Here's a dank meme for you.
Ooh. Talk about justice.
Justice. Ain't nothing danker than smashing justice, dog. Bros and hoes forever.
Yeah.
Here's a frame for the day. Pew. Victory.
Ooh.
Triumph. Congratulations, yeet nogs.
Yeah.
All right, I gotta smoke a cigarette. Rachel, can you continue the holiday cheer in my absence?
I really can. The holiday cheer. Actually, I was gonna put the lights on too.
Ooh, that's some cheer. I'll do that for you, baby. Don't you trouble your gorgeous little hands with that tap.
Get crunk. That's the way to do it during the holidays. You don't only get drunk, you get crunk.
Get crunk and go rolling in your Rari.
Could I get a card for if I should change the oil in my truck after this? I don't really understand that question, but yes. Yes, you can.
Pull him one, Rachel.
Oh, yeah. Where's the cards?
They're in front of you.
Peter. Oh, that's the card that you're talking about. Oh, my gosh. Wow. That's where my head's at. Why are you leaving, Ghostwriter? You know, I know you suck, right, but what? Thanks, Hambone. Yes, Ghostwriter. Have a blessed day. Okay. The card. I met someone who played World of Warcraft, but didn't know about Mr. Jenkins. Did that leave you confused, Peter? Am I drawing you a card, Peter? Is that what I'm doing?
You're drawing someone a card about whether they should change the oil in their truck.
The moon.
That means you don't know.
Yeah, you're pretty confused about it. So I'm going to draw you a second card.
Watch it be Wheel of Fortune.
Justice. So just do it. It sucks. I'm sure you like really are moody about it because like I would be too. Just go get it done. I feel a lot more like fuck yeah once you get it done. You're whisper shouting. That's so great. Hello there. Get Jost. Get Ghost Spider lay with his crush. FFS. No more snake jazz for you, Rachel. Get her done for Rizzle. Rachel, what is the last thing you do before you go to bed? Close my eyes. I try to think of things to sleep to. I don't know. I just doze off into sleep. Aw. Thanks, female ENTP. You lie down? Lying down is a very good position to rest in. You'll be doing it there at home, Peter? Good. You breathe. Breathing actually, that's a really good way
to stay alive.
To stay alive. Staying alive. Staying alive. You know who who's known for his Italian accent or used to be? John Travolta. I can't do his I can't
That is a good answer, Miss Moon.
Oh, it is a good answer.
Okay, so today we're talking about whatever it is we're talking about, obviously. Where did ESFJ Eric go? I'm right here, Dolan. Ah, that's so funny. I like you. You're wonderful. I'm killing you with kindness.
Did you go shopping yet, ESFJ Eric?
I did. I've been shopping all year for Christmas, of course. I started shopping in January because that's when the best deals are, right after Christmas. I started preparing for the next year. I've had these things stacked in the closet all year long. I wrapped some of them in July.
I'm impressed.
Yeah, of course. I do that every year. I got pictures of the whole thing, too, on Facebook. So you can see the process. I don't show what the present is, of course. I just say something special for maybe, hashtag Christmas 2020 or whatever for next year,
You're prepared.
Hashtag Strauss family.
Aww.
I sent out my Christmas cards right before Thanksgiving to beat the mail rush, of course. So everybody got mine first, probably, hopefully. Right on the mantle. There I am, my smiling face. Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas! I got my family. They all got the same smile. It is absolutely wonderful. And you should have seen the adorable ornament I found in Solvang this year. It's a quaint little village, just on the coast. It's got a Danish theme, and I found that most adorable ornament from Denmark, handmade in Denmark by real Danish people. Oh, I am absolutely so embarrassed. I spilled coffee on myself. How unlike me.
That is unlike you.
I'm not clumsy like that in the regular world. I don't bump into stuff like that and just randomly spill coffee all over myself for no reason.
I like the sip right after that.
What would be a good Christmas gift for an Enneagram 7?
Ooh, gift card.
Their drug of choice.
Money. So they could buy what they want.
Yeah.
If you want more specific than that, they like food.
Yeah. Gift card to Cheesecake Factory.
That is a very, very 7 thing.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of options on there.
Factory. A lot of options on the menu. Mm-hmm. You can go there just for a dessert. Not all 7s like the physical shit. I feel easily jostled by physical activity. I don't like being that jostled. Excessive jostlement is one of my life concerns that sort of continues on and on throughout every day. Is fear and avoidance of excessive jostling.
Yes. So actually, for a 7, the opposite might be really nice. Like a gift certificate to get nails done if it's a girl, or a massage for a man. That's appreciated because they don't know how to relax. I
like massages a lot.
Me too.
For 8, you want to get somebody who's very wrong and trying to argue with them.
You know a lot about that.
And then they get to be like, meh, 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 meh.
Oh, hey, let's go jousting. I miss those days. I didn't know that those were days.
Well, look, SE for me is something I don't like imposed on me at all. when the external world makes me move about more than I want to move about, or too suddenly turn my head or whatever, I go, whoa, that's too much SE. So I'm more of an SI kind of guy. I've been thinking about going jogging, talking about it now for a couple of months.
So have I.
Probably got another couple months of talking about it in me still before I actually go eventually do it.
But we 7
Eventually, if I keep talking about it, I will eventually do it. I'll get the
I really want
bug
to.
up my ass and just go.
And I really want to also, so it just won't be consistent.
I know. Okay, fuck consistency. That's the biggest problem with my current life situation, is that it requires of me a lot of consistency. I got to be in at certain times to take mom to the bathroom. True. I got to be in bed at certain times because I know I got to get up at 8:30 in the morning to go take mom and put her in the shower or stuff like that. Troops of the People Army FMNA Free Mars Naturalism Army have been fighting to regain order and peace, but religion drives people to the extreme. The counterattacks coming from the Pethuselah. Interesting. I didn't know any of this was going on.
Me neither.
Who likes SE imposed on them? No one. Well, I mean, look, I guess what I mean by SE imposed is ability to tolerate SI discomfort is really what I'm talking about. So like an ENTJ or an ENFJ has no problem signing up for something like Naked and Afraid.
100%. Or if there's like a coworker who's going to have one of those like, hike walks for a cause, ENFJ, there. Now, probably bringing friends.
Look, here's the thing. A young ENTP who doesn't know a person who doesn't know ENTP, who doesn't know themselves very well, could very easily end up signing up for something like Naked and Afraid because they have such a poor understanding of their SI. So, so it's like I can see myself at 25 or something signing up for that, going, I can do that, no problem, and being out there half a day and going, fuck this noise, this is so uncomfortable. Oh my God, I cannot tolerate this.
That is so funny. Well, if you consider ENTPs to be dandies, that is 100% accurate. 100% accurate.
Yeah.
Dandies cannot deal with that shit.
We cannot deal with the discomfort. I'm a bit of a dandy, So I could be an ENFP trying to convince themselves to do something, trying to convince with Rachel as SI. I don't know. I don't understand what you're saying exactly. Isn't moist cheddar kind of a contradiction? I suppose even dried cheeses must be more or less moist relative to each other. Well, they're also moist relative to sand. Dry sand, right? If you consider dry sand the driest of sands, then all cheddar is going to be moist compared to that.
Did Ghost Rider? You know what? I don't know. Let me give Ghost Rider a few more cards. I care, Ghost Rider.
I care too, Ghost Rider. I care a lot.
I'm into you.
I'm using my caring bone.
The fact that you like Galantis and like their art is cool to me. So let's do cards. This is one.
Whatever. If the person's a big person, I'll adjust my schedule to do it. You got this guy. This is your frame. Entrepreneur, practical. Time to be practical, Ghost Rider. Time to get out your Knight of Pentacles. Carry that pentacle carefully. Don't drop it. This is the established past, so to speak.
Hey.
It's still relevant.
It's partnership. You're asking about this guy. So.
Partnership card. Plan. This one's the next one. That's the present.
That's another one about
building
working
tools,
together.
Learning shit.
Yep.
And which one? This one?
Mm-hmm.
And
oh.
Well, now look, this could mean that implicit in learning all this stuff is you're gonna have to give up some bit of your childlikeness for a bit, and that's gonna be sad. And you have to sort of mourn that reality for a little bit.
But the thing is,
here's the foundation.
Don't cry over spilled milk.
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh, so do you feel betrayed in any way? Someone sneaky on you?
Do you feel betrayed and misconveyed, delayed and conveyed?
Uh-oh. Okay, so I want to focus on something with this card. Here. See, it's a really sad card, and it is about mourning, and sometimes you have to go through that. But the important thing that a lot of people like to note is the 2 cups in the background. And look what I just pulled for you. So the evolver is this one.
Ooh.
2 cups. So
replaces this guy.
Yep.
All right, Stephen Rain. Stephen Rain moves next. Here we go.
Thanks, Winston's mom.
The 2 of Cups means you need to find your soulmate, which is probably Gasp, says Ghost Rider. If you're an NFP, then it's going to be an NTJ.
Yep.
All right, here we go, Stephen Rain.
Moist Virgos.
Frame. Stalemate. No stress, worry, concern. You're a little stressed. You're a little worried. You're a little concerned right now, Stephen Rain. That's the frame. Let's see. The past. A lover romance thing. The present. Victory.
Feeling
Triumph.
pretty good.
The emerging present. Benefit reward.
You're feeling generous.
The foundation.
You feel like the man.
So
or
it basically seems like things are going well in general, and that you are nevertheless stressed out and worried. So, frame check.
yeah.
Frame check. Okay.
Frame check is
You're right, Hambone.
Yep.
You're right.
Perfect.
Frame check. Frame check yourself.
So once
Maybe
you
you're in
frame
the wrong
check,
frame.
yeah, just what do they say with that card? Like, you are free to untie those binds, whatever's binding you.
Let go and let love. Okay?
Yeah,
just let go and just hump your brains out.
Exactly. When you are in your head, do some SE.
All right. Who our energetically Brad wants a poll? Here you go. Meow. Consider, think, muse, wonder. That's the frame. You're wondering, you're thinking, you're considering, you're musing. This is established. You're that kind of gal. You think about that kind of stuff. You look at your bubble machine and you muse. It was known as a navel gazer. Ooh, that's the current present. Chaos, disaster, upheaval. The emerging present. Stress and worry. Sorry, Eileen. I don't know why you always get such shitty cards. Oh. And
it's the Tower card, and that was the 8 of Swords.
The foundation. This. So, remember, stuff's happening in between good frame and good foundation. So, whatever it is that's happening in the present and emerging and stressing you out or whatever, it's not affecting you on a foundational level, which you're still basically comfortable and flourishing or have the capacity to be.
Yep.
And it's not affecting you on a spiritual level in the sense that you're still an ideator and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, remember, and this is the other direction of frame check. It's not the frame that's wrong. It's remembering to keep in within the right frame.
Yeah.
The negative stuff that's happening in the moment. Okay. First, last. Pyow. Transition voyage. Time of change.
Taking your thoughts with you.
This is the past, established past with a stalemate of some sort. Makes sense that you'd be in a transition point from that, right?
Yeah.
The present, things are going pretty good.
Yeah.
You got a lot of options. You got a lot of choices. You got a lot of meow.
You may be feeling lucky and like things are going your way.
But it's time to release all that. Release the stalemate. Release the moment of victory afterwards. Let it all go. Because, again, the frame here is transition.
Maybe see
and the
Frozen
foundation.
2.
The foundation is, it's a good thing. basically a positive payment kind of thing.
Yeah. Sometimes when you release certain things, other things come in. You might be having a new start with money.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And then I believe we had Chris Chapman wanting a poll.
Yeah.
Chris Chapman wants a poll. Poll for Chris Chapman. Chappa King.
Thanks, Rose.
Chris Chappa King. Rose, thank you. Appreciate it. All right, you go groove to some snake jazz and make grilled cheese. Swing that
Take
grilled
care.
cheese. Swing it hard. All right, here we go. Chris Chappa Papa Puppin. Oh, you got this one too. Another voyage person.
Yeah, another voyage person. Let's transitions.
Dirty, filthy casuals. And this is the established past, is poverty.
You might have felt like you didn't have enough. The holidays are reminding you, hey.
You've come to terms with being broke right now, basically. And here's the present. I'm feeling like a fool, just kind of, rolling along. I don't got no cash, don't matter. I got my bag on a stick. Motherfuckers, get out of my way. Yeah. I'm strolling. I'm perambulating.
Yeah, I'm zero. I'm everything and nothing.
This one. That is the emerging present, sorrow and anguish. I don't think your foolish ways are going to lead to any good. Let's see the foundation, though. Let's hope the foundation is strong.
Yeah.
Let's hope the foundation here is strong. Oh. The foundation is one of stalemate, defeat, coming to accept, learning to be a good loser.
That is an important lesson. It really is.
Learn how to lose graciously. Let's see the evolver. Ooh, so all this is going to be behind you, and what's it going to emerge as? A very fat and satisfied man.
Yep.
Sitting beneath a red carpet covered in gold cups.
It is.
Speaking of divination and the 16 personalities, geomancy uses 16 figure as well. I've been trying to blend both systems somehow. Well, they won't blend Manuel Sampiero because one of them is magical thinking, and one of them is built on an actual modelable information flow analysis of cognition. I found bacon. I will tell you your future. Well, I'm not going to tell you your future. I'm going to read you your tarot. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to do a quick read of your tarot, and I'm going to tell you what the tarot's wisdom has for you today. The speech and the words and the truths the tarot has to share will be shared with you today by the sharing technology called this tarot deck.
And YouTube.
And YouTube, yes. Here we go. I found bacon. Your frame.
Boom.
Ooh. Poverty. You're broke. You're broke as fuck. Not uncommon around the holidays. I'm feeling pretty broke as fuck myself.
Same.
All right. So don't feel bad about that.
No.
No shame in that. Past. You had some decisions to make. That's behind you. Now you're too broke to even make any of those decisions. Now we got present.
You're stressed, huh?
You're stressed about this. It's causing you problems. You're not happy about it.
Totally valid.
Come on now. I need some dough. Not that one. It's not that one.
No.
It's the
bacon.
Yeah, it's not that one. And this one. Mystic, Queen of Cups. So you are going to look at your bubble machine, your magical bubble machine, and divine some stuff. Let's see the foundation here. I am not a hippie, Stephen Rain. I'm not a hippie. Why would you call me a hippie? Do I look like an ENFP to you? This is the foundation. Release. Just transform, release. Just all of this current situation here is built on a foundation that it says this will be done soon enough. Okay?
Stephen Rain, your job's a hippie.
Now I'm going to pull the evolver for you. Bacon. Look at that.
See, the holidays, I'm going to just say this.
Some Christmas magic there.
Yes. The holidays can be a stressful time. right? I think a lot of people can associate with that. But in the end, it is about more than that.
It's a little Christmas magic.
Miracles and luck do happen. Actually, can I tell them about the 4-leaf clovers?
Oh, please. I'm going to smoke a cigarette anyway.
Okay.
About to do that anyway. So. Okay, you don't have to celebrate Christmas for Christmas magic to happen to you.
Yeah,
a lot of times it seems to happen to the people who are having a crisis of Christmas faith. It doesn't seem to happen to the people who have great Christmas faith. They never have Christmas magic happen to them. Right? That's not how you get on the Polar Express.
No, you're right. Good reference. Oh my gosh, my heart.
I just saw that for the first time the other day. That's why I saw it.
I never liked it so much. Okay. Thank you. I did find 4-leaf clover. So I have a habit of looking for 4-leaf clovers in patches. So obviously, the more you look, the more often you'll find. And I'll also tell you that if you find one 4-leaf clover, there's a good chance in the same patch that you can find another one. So I've been looking for them in the neighborhood because I wanted to give one to Eric. So I found one. Let me see. I have it. I'm pressing it right now. It's 200. There we go. Okay. So that's hard to see, but there are 4 there. Yeah. There's like a baby one. I had Eric double check for me because sometimes my eyes. Yeah. 4. So yeah, I found 2. You know what, Bruce Wayne? I never found a 4-leaf clover for a very long time. And I would tell people all the time, oh, I never found one. And then I made it my goal to find one, and I actually did. You just have to keep on looking. Yeah, double luck. Thanks, everyone. It was really 13. It was really it was nice. It was nice for me to find.
It's what you're saying too. It's like one never really believes in them.
Yeah. I didn't
exactly believe in them either.
Yeah.
But you're right. Those are definitely 4-leaf clovers.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it.
No. They're definitely. And I had you double check because sometimes my eyes do play tricks on me. But I just scrunched one. Aw. Thanks, Jeff. Yeah, double look across the sky. The second one I'm giving to the live chat peeps because you deserve it. This 4-leaf clover.
It's kind of great that there's something like that exists where they're extremely rare, but findable.
Yeah, they really are. I'm telling you. I did not think that I would ever find one. I heard people talking about it, and I'd be like, oh, I'd like to. But the more you look, the more often you'll be able to find them. So
what are you trying to accomplish, Ghostwriter, with your meditation? I'd like to know. And I'd like to hear what you have to say about the process of seeking whatever meaning it is you're seeking and whether or not you're finding it and what you think that would look like if you were to find it. Well, I think what it indicates is this mysterious force of observation that we have in the world that has a great deal of potential power, but is constrained in various ways as well.
yeah, you're right. Intrinsically bred. the reason why I wasn't sure if one of them was 3 or 4 was because one of the leaves was baby sized. I did not know that though.
Basic things make your brain freak out and want to calm it down so that I can focus. What type are you, Ghost Rider? See, there's this concept called monkey mind, which says that there's a normatively undesirable state of being that involves jumping around from thought to thought all over the place without any sort of focus or steadiness. INFP, right? Okay. You've got an interesting combination of functions. Your tool function is extroverted intuition, which means you're likely to actually perceive your extroverted intuition as a bit like monkey mind. Your FI dominant function is a physical function. So you're going to see the reality itself as causal, non-conditional, and the conditional world as less real. So, but it's your tool function to view things in that conditional world. So it confronts an it produces an ontological challenge for INFP. You want to know a thing in its physical, non-metaphorical, non-representational sense, but your tool function is all dealing with representational stuff. FI is the physical judging function. It tells you, whereas TI tells you whether something's logically correct or not, FI tells you how you actually feel about it. So, somebody may say something that hurts your feelings that's logically correct. And that's clearly the distinction between the physical causal reality of real-time experience and the metaphysical reality of conclusions and statuses.
And don't worry, Sim's mom, I turned the frog because I put the frog on top of the book so I could press the clovers.
Put the object in your ass and you'll know its true form.
Yo, Hembo, that deserves a high five in my mind.
You're a seer. You are a Queen of Cups. You're looking into your magical bubble machine and you are seeing some magical bubbles. Okay.
I like those bubbles. I'm kiss my cheek. I got to kiss my lips.
Lots of SE DOMs have ADHD. Lots of NE DOMs have ADHD. It is, in fact, ADHD is a disorder called being an SE or an NE DOM. It's bullshit, Yeah. It's 100% bullshit. Ghost Rider! Why are you being so ontologically assaultive to Hambone's hilarity? Not that Hambone's hilarity is, in fact, an entity towards which you can be ontologically assaulted, but nevertheless, I thought his comment was very funny. Isn't ADHD a throwback to hunter-gatherer times? What in the world would that mean? You mean it was useful in hunter-gatherer times, but not now. It's useful for me. Right? That's why I'm here yammering about whatever, and you're here asking me questions about hunter-gatherers. Everybody should fuck off. They might all feel better and smile more. Good observation, Winston's mom, and unusually assertive of you. Dudes with ADHD are awesome hunters, but now it's a condition that they get drugged. I'm not an awesome hunter. Only SE DOMs with ADHD are awesome hunters. I'm a shitty hunter, but I'm an awesome verbal hunter. Everybody smiles at Angantyr. Well, that's nice, Angantyr. It's better than everybody frowning at you. I tell you, it seems like we did all of our evolution during hunter-gatherer days, Everyone's always like, oh, well, we needed that when we were hunter-gatherers. You kind of wonder about before and after the hunter-gatherer stage. Like, I wonder why we didn't do any evolution to be appropriate to before the hunter-gatherer stage or after the hunter-gatherer stage. It's like the whole species is obsessed with being hunter-gatherers. If there's no one to not like you, then why be depressed? That's a very epi frame of reference, first last.
Oh.
If evolution were real, why isn't my arm a hoe? I'm not sure which kind of hoe you're talking about there.
That's a good question. I want to know too.
Could go either way.
I want to know why and what kind of hoe.
You summoned your turd function. Oh, cool. My brain is rather active, but I am fairly reclusive. I guess that means you are your body. Is that what you're saying? You are your body, but your brain is something different. I'm sorry for the public displays of affection. We just have extreme mushiness disorder towards one another.
Yeah.
I can tell you for sure, nobody wants to listen to our dialogue, our private dialogue with one another. It's filled with mushy mush.
I don't even want to repeat it. It's really okay.
You should like yourself best.
Yeah.
Be the hero in your own movie. Everyone tried to tell you why you should not like yourself best, and you should not, and you should like yourself best. Be best, but not in the WH be best bully. Modern psychology isn't a valid science. Well, I mean, modern psychology isn't a science per se. It's like certain specific things that are done in psychology are more or less scientifically valid. But it's important to remember what somebody said the other day in the live chat, which was almost 60% of any healthcare kind of a thing is placebo effect, which is another way of saying that observation is a powerful force, the mechanisms of which are poorly understood. Does long-term use of Adderall have negative health effects? It would depend on a lot of different things, including that 60% of placebo effect and shit. I don't take it ongoing long-term, you know? I take breaks. There are things which occur within us immaterially which can't be measured, or at least can't be measured right now. So, I think that's basically an observational thing. How we observe the world impacts how we manifest within the world.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the same thing as saying you can just observe reality into whatever you want it to be. You have to deal with objective reality, and you've got to also deal with it's a complicated complicated matrix of decision-making processes and understandings and affirmations, negations, and all other sorts of things that comprise a person's ontology.
That's a funny hello there. Thing's really funny. Any great epiphanies recently, anyone? Like how Eric was Rachel and Rachel was Eric all along?
It's true. Turns out we were each other the whole time. Yeah. But yeah, it's the feedback loops thing is an interesting point. But there's also just things that seem magic that have no other real explanation. Like, how is it that Rachel and I ended up together and have it work and everything and all that kind of stuff? There's no logic to it.
Mm-mm.
It's just magic of some sort. It's like because it's not like I would get along this well with any INFJ. The fact that she's type 7, I think, is very important. And the fact that I'm type 7 is very important.
I mean, I had no idea. I didn't know. I came here out on good faith.
And I invited her here in good faith. In other words, we were both dealing with each other honestly and fairly.
Yes, and I felt that because I wanted to make sure if I was flying out there that it was on good faith, that we really were on the same page with things, and I felt that you assured me of that, so I took the leap.
And I even like the fact that Rachel was. It took her a little while to really, buy into it and be 100% in, because it was clear that she was never going to stay on utility reasons. Like, she's never going to stay because it was the best option at the time, even though she wasn't happy or she didn't like me or whatever. That was just never going to happen. That's what it means to be TE polar, I suspect, is to not do a very good job of considering your interests when making decisions. I saw that with Kimberly for sure as well, who was also TE polar, who it wouldn't do any good at all to point out the obvious self-interest aspects of things. It's whatever happens in a situation like that. The idea of predicting how something will go ahead of time is behind the idea of whether it's logically sensible. Like, should you predict that if you invite a girl to fly over to your house from across the country that you've known a week and expect it to work out as a long-term relationship with her living in your back house, your dad's house, in the circumstances we're living in and all that sort of other things? No, it doesn't make any good sense that would work out. You'd say a lot of things. You'd say probably the person you're going to end up finding who's available to do that is not kind of the person you're going to want to be with ultimately. That's just not true with Rachel.
You put yourself out there too. I always admired that about you. Like, you had your phone number like on there. That's like,
surprisingly few people ever called me.
Wow.
It's like nobody really. Everyone's so panicked about their privacy and shit. It's hard to get people to pay attention to you. It's like your secret. Oh no, my secret's out on a YouTube video. Good luck getting somebody to care.
It's true nowadays.
Yeah. That's reality. But a lot of people, like INFJs, are constantly taking down their videos, putting up new videos, taking down their channels and re-putting them up, and like Pukoki does. It's like, oh my god, you poor INFJs, you're so stressed about FE shit.
It's true.
It's like, I don't give a fuck, because it's hard to get people to care about it and enough to even talk about it.
Yeah.
I don't mind being in the you can't take the heat, stay out of the kitchen. I can take the heat. I don't mind the heat. Heat doesn't bother me. Somebody want to talk shit, fine. I'll make a video. If it bothers me, I'll make a video and I'll meow.
But anyway, yeah, so that's what I loved about you. Is that, like, you didn't hide anything, and I don't know, it just worked out. And I came out here even not.
You're right. You're right, Jeff. Isn't it Jeff? Yeah. It is my reality and my experiential knowing. And that's the difference between me and INFJs. Is they've got NI and they understand how it plays objectively, universally, and they don't. Oh, I think I have a working phone. It's my new phone number because I found that phone again.
Yeah. He did find it. We found his other phone. It's so nice. It's
626-615-8751. 626-615-8751. I can type it into here.
Yeah, I didn't even know I was an INFJ. So this was not like, it was a lot of magic.
I mean, the bottom line is it's nice and easy being an ENTP in that regard. I've got a certain amount of built-in defenses.
Yes.
I've got a certain amount of built-in defenses against stuff that hurts other people's feelings. Namely, I'm NI ignoring, I'm FI blind, which means if I don't like the truth, I just ignore it. And if something hurts my feelings, it takes a lot to hurt my feelings. Only some people can hurt my feelings. Like Rachel can hurt my feelings very easily because I've invested in her the trust of a significant other.
Hello there. Oh my god. That's so funny.
When I answer the phone, hello, there's going to be like, hey girl.
Hey girl, hey.
Hi, hello there. Don't be like that girl.
Oh
you
my
know you my
God,
world.
so funny.
It's not Eric's sexy hotline, okay? God. I think I'm out of
No, it
electricity in my phone right now.
Probably. You haven't been on.
I haven't plugged it in. I
He's
don't
been.
like my
He
phone
talks
very
through
much.
my phone normally.
Yeah.
Taylor posted a video. I think he had a flat tire. I haven't watched closely. That's a great video. You know, being like, I got a fucking flat tire. That's reality. That's
a reality show for sure.
Sexy Online. That could be a skit.
Just got out of a relationship with an INFJ. It's amazing how well they understand the intentions of others even more than they do. No, Tom Jickelson. You don't need my address.
Can we have your address too? Press 1 for sexy time.
Press 2 for life coaching.
I'm trying to think of what the 3 could be.
Typing service.
Typing, yeah.
Press 4 for general ontological assault. What the fuck's wrong with you? God.
Oh my God, exactly.
You're so meow. No, that's the gardeners. The gardeners are gardening. My mother's doing fine. She's inside with the hired help, so to speak.
That was another thing. Like, I really like that you have your family in your videos and stuff. It's stand up guy.
Cool, Peter. Dentici. You need a frame check.
Cool, Peter.
Press 5.
Yeah, I need a frame.
For the offices of Anal Wreckage Anonymous, press 6.
There's got to be something about and a special line for C.S. Joseph.
If you're a C.S. Joseph troll, press 8. You only want to talk to Rachel, press 7. Vibe check's the same thing as frame check, okay? You know, you can say, if you want a vibe check, deprecated, in parentheses next to it, press 9.
No, but no, 7 will have a vibe check. I'll be like, how's your vibes lately? Have you checked them? If this is C.S. Joseph, no, I wanted to beat you.
That's a good question, IAG Last. You talk a lot about the information flow and how easy it is to access. Do you wish you were born in the age of fluid information? If you could, would you be born later? No, I think I have a bit of an advantage where I was born in my current situation, which is to say, I have access to sufficient information and had it early enough that I'm fairly I've done a pretty good job taking advantage of that. My particular job, especially, is one that enables me to be particularly knowledgeable and widely knowledgeable because of all the random shit I read. You know, like the other day I was reading all about this theory called moral enhancement and the obligation to improve one's disposition towards morality without necessarily at all improving one's capacity to act morally. And anyway, it's a good theory. It's an interesting theory. I think I figured out what's wrong with it, basically. But regardless, it's something I'm going to use in a debate round. It's that thing that has enabled me to be unusually advanced for where I am in history right now. I need to be this old because I need all the SI to be able to do what I do. And in the future, other people are this old, it'll be there won't be enough of a niche available, you know? So it's like, I feel very fortunate where I am, when I am, what my skills are, etc.
Thinking, please hold.
To answer this question up here, which I wanted to answer, 1, 5, 10, which is, I don't know what number that is. So your typing is more or less just ballpark guess, right? Well, actually, it depends on the specific typing. I've answered these sort of questions before. I love this kind of like ridiculously weak, trolly attempt to actually, successfully make some sort of TI points.
No, you're typing.
And like this 1, 5, 10 guy here, he doesn't get that I'm using moral enhancement as a strategic tool or tactic within a debate round that I'm not advocating its primacy as an argument. In fact, I have indicated that I wasn't, that there's a problem with the argument. Of course, it's just so weak. That's the thing. So to answer your question, no, it's not just a ballpark guess. It depends on the actual individual typing. Something I'm quite certain close to 100% or at 100%, and I indicate such. Sometimes I'm less certain. It's not a rock solid science yet, but I have the best ability to type over any alternatives. So that's the best I can do. I mean, like I said, it's not objectively verifiable except through my polar tests, which can only be independently verified insofar as you accept the reality that the terms refer to specific distinctions that exist regardless of the terms, which you should, but you won't. So, it TI checks. TI checks against empirics. TI checks against itself. It TI checks against other existing theories that are respectable anyway.
Mm-hmm.
It in terms of, 1, 5, 10. Just because something is not entirely verifiable doesn't make it a guess. Okay. So, for example, somebody might have autism, be mentally retarded. It's not empirically verifiable. Actually, there's no physical test for it, but it's clear as day that somebody is retarded. For example, it's not entirely verifiable in some sort of provable way that every single person would agree upon, unless I gave a lot of instruction, that your arguments are complete garbage. But 95% of people who know anything about argumentation or are TI competent at all would agree with me that your arguments are complete garbage. So is it verifiable? Yes, it's verifiable. Is it provable in a deductive sense, like deductively certain? No, it's not definitionally certain that it be this if there's any wiggle room at all. But like most things in life, we don't have that degree of certainty. And yet we nevertheless agree that the reality exists. So it's a failure of you to have an epistemology that accounts for the difference between things that are fluidly real and representationally real. Just because the map is not the territory doesn't mean the map is wrong. So anyway.
Hello there is asking if you're talking about ISFPs.
No. I'm talking about 1, 5, 10. So how do I tell an ENTP what ENTPs are? ENTPs are, it depends a lot on their particular experience. I want to say that too. Like working with this kid of mine, it makes me realize that it's like he's so much more disciplined a thinker, so much better a thinker now that he's been working with me for a year, and so much better so much better at TI, so much more rigorous and reliable a thinker. So the thing to remember for somebody like 1, 5, 10 is we begin with the reality that we affirm and negate statements. 1, 5, 10 doesn't know what he's negating or affirming at all. He's just shitting on stuff as best he can. I'm not advocating moral enhancement, you retard. I've already explained that. I'm not affirming moral enhancement. I'm using it as an argument in a debate round. Do you get the difference? Jesus Christ. Brains, come on, use them. Use brains, please. Yeah, it is a typewriter in the background. It is a badass typewriter, too. It's the coolest. It's the one typewriter I kept from my big collection of typewriters. It's a triumph.
It's beautiful.
Look at this bad boy. It's in pristine condition, too.
Do you have any idea how old that is?
I'm not exactly sure. Probably 50s or 40s.
It's really nice.
Yeah, it's really nice. It's got a lid to it too, but it's not on it because it's in display mode.
Rightfully so. It looks good there.
Mm-hmm. How do you kill an ENTP's cockiness in order to get them to take life slightly more seriously in future plans? They have to experience some shit.
Yeah, good luck with that. You can't. They do have to do it themselves.
Well, 1, 5, 10, when I can reach 100%, nothing's preventing it. In other words, for example, if I establish clearly somebody's SI polar and is not FE, then they're ENTJ and it's 100%. You can disagree, but you have to explain the SI test in some other way. It is definitive, and I could, if I wanted to, gather a bunch of data about it. Just because I don't choose to do so doesn't mean I am somehow failing. Like all good thinkers, I focus on the intuitive truth that other people can empirically verify later. For example, 1, 5, 10. When the predominant theory regarding continental drift was not continental drift, but it was instead the expanding Earth theory, that's what everybody believed for a long time. And then sometime in the 20s or 30s, some guy came up with the plate tectonics idea and continental drift. And people still believed the expanding Earth theory for some 40 years until finally it was empirically established that the intuitive was right. So the fact that I am not personally proving empirically what I am stating is irrelevant. If you want to be right, you go with the intuitive who's made the best case. That's almost always right. If you don't like it, that's fine. But that's just because you're not very smart. Oh, yeah, that'll humble an ENTP easily. You put an ENTP in a very hard sciencey math class like chemistry or something like that. It'll humble them it'll humble the shit out of them.
Yeah, not something where they can write a paper the night before and get away with something.
Again, not a bad metaphor. You haven't given any reason why. Simply saying it's a bad metaphor shows how fucking weak you are. Warrant your shit, for God's sake. You're weak as fuck. You have no warrant. A scientist or chemist can take hydrogen, oxygen, and put flame to it, and it'll explode, and this consistently. But in psychology, you can't reproduce the same effects in people. You're right. There's a metaphysical realm in which is not causal in its mechanics. That doesn't make it non-existent or worth ignoring entirely, or the fact that everything that's not that is wrong. You fucking idiot. Duh. You're right. Physical reality is different than metaphysical reality. That doesn't make metaphysical reality false or lesser. It doesn't make empirics better. It just makes your thinking worse. That's it. You're not thinking. You need to think with your brain. Jesus Christ. Some retard, I don't know. Can't think at all. Comes in here and starts trying to act as though he can think. That's the thing that makes me so offensive. How I'm smiling through this, it's hilarious. Fucktard comes in here and think, look, I love this shit. People come in here with their stupid ass shit and I wipe the room with them. They're at a complete disadvantage because they're typing into the thing and I'm talking. They get more and more frustrated or angry about it. But it just demonstrates how right I am over and over again. That's not true. I'm not taking into account free will or even choice. You don't know anything about my ideation if you think that, because I've stated before, free will is implicit to the idea of conditional reality. The conditional reality you're saying isn't real is the source of free will. You haven't actually heard anything I've said. You're not responding to anything I said. You're making up straw men left and right to argue against and attributing to me falsely because you are, once again, weak as fuck.
I like that Countess is like, which fucktard?
Because I am not, because a personality type is not a prison sentence to determinism, you retard. Obviously, being a personality type does not consign you to being deterministically a manifestation of that type at all times. Duh. Like, Jesus Christ. Why would you think that? I'm glad you're here. Guys, we have a holiday miracle. 1, 5, 10 is here to show us what weakness looks like, so we can avoid it. You're weak as fuck. So weak. No, it doesn't imply that you can change type. It implies that a configuration of attentional channels is not a life sentence doomed to determinism. That in fact, because people have attentional channels, doesn't mean they don't manifest them in particular ways. Just because not everything is universal doesn't mean particular things don't exist. And just because not everything's particular doesn't mean universal things don't exist. You are, for the millionth time, weak as Look. You
How
know?
did I barely notice the baby Christmas tree? Because the words were so
It's adorable.
exciting.
It's because it's so adorable. Its adorability is like an invisibility cloak.
Does it need to be water?
It probably needs more water. I gave it a little bit of water last night. It's probably gonna die.
Guess who's gonna use water from the
Good idea.
cup?
Good idea. I want to become an ENTP. No, you don't, cause it sucks. You see, everybody's always looking at me and saying, "Hey, shut the fuck up."
Oh my gosh. That was such a good song.
Thanks, baby.
You're welcome. It's really true. Yeah, it does need more water. It's not gonna die.
All right, I think I'm gonna wrap up this live stream. It's been real. It's been fun. It's been real fun. But I gotta go. Not yet. I want to answer Tim Bulwer's question. I disagree with the whole concept of rules of power. I don't like the rules of power because, first of all, somebody linked to me before a link that said like positive remanifestations of the rules of power in ways that aren't adversarial. I don't like the implicitly adversarial nature of the rules of power, and I don't think that they have to be adhered to. If you can always meta out of those, it's like, let's discuss this rule of power and how it plays out in this particular instance. The better way of dealing with any rule of power than actually adhering to it. The end.